In this video, we are making boneless, skinless chicken thighs out on our Traeger in two different ways. We're going to start with one that's low and slow, smothered in barbecue sauce, and then we're going to switch to an herby grilled chicken thigh that comes out so good every time. Hey, I'm Alexis. Welcome to my kitchen, where I love to share easy recipes that you can use for entertaining and having company over. So today, with that in mind, we are going to cook some chicken thighs out on our Traeger grill. Let's get started. We are going to do this two different ways. The first way is going to be more of a barbecue and kind of saucy chicken thigh that we're going to smoke. So my Traeger is set to 250. It's already come up and it's been preheating for about 15 minutes. I have some chicken thighs here that have been seasoned pretty generously with my Traeger rub and my Traeger pork and poultry rub. So I combine the two. It gives us a great smoky flavor and the final result is going to be awesome. To get these out there, I want to give you the best guide for temp and time. So I am going to insert two different meat thermometers and we're going to track this so that you know when you want to cook your chicken thighs at 250 exactly how long it's going to take. The first temperature probe I'm going to insert is the Traeger probe that came with the grill, and I like this one because it's super thin and so it's a better fit for these Traeger chicken thighs. The other one I'm going to use is a wireless meat thermometer from our meter. The link for this is down in the description. It is an affiliate link, but I like this one as well because I can monitor it through the app and it has never come disconnected from the bank, so it's my favorite. As soon as your grill has preheated for 15 minutes with the lid closed, we can get these chicken thighs directly on the grill grate. So I'm doing these at 250 degrees and we're going to start them like this with the lid closed for the first 45 minutes to an hour. Then we're going to come back and we're going to brush them on both sides with whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is. And then they will continue to cook until they reach an internal temperature of 165 to 170 degrees. At this temperature, they are going to be super moist and just perfectly cooked. Okay, it's been 2 hours. It's time to get these off. They have reached my goal temperature of 165 to 170 degrees, so we can pull them off, let them rest, and then try them. How good does this look? Oh, I'm so excited. They smell amazing. We're going to let them rest for a second before I slice into them. And I like to cut them in half and then slice them lengthwise so they are in bite-sized pieces. The finished product looks absolutely amazing. I have a subtle pink smoke ring, which it's not super dark, but it wasn't on there for too long, a little less than 2 hours to reach the internal temperature that I was going for. But it looks nice and moist. It's so good. You should try it like this for sure. Such an easy dinner. I like doing my smoked chicken with baked potatoes because they both take a while. You just get them one in the oven, one out on the smoker, and then you wait until they're done. So it's really easy if you want to do it this way to have people over. I also like baked potatoes because everybody can make it how they want it. But the chicken, just to recap, at 250 degrees, it took 1 hour and 45 minutes and we did hit a stall around 140. I didn't see much movement there on the thermometer at that point, but it kept going, eventually powered through, and we hit that internal temperature of 165 that I was looking for. Another great reason to make the chicken like this is because chicken thighs do have a little more fat on them. Well, they have fat on them and chicken breast does not, but the fat is able to render when it gets a chance to cook this low and slow. So it has a great texture, a great flavor. Now let's pivot. We're going to move on to my marinated and grilled chicken thighs so you can see how quick and easy those can be also. Now it's time to get our grilled chicken thighs going. My grill has been preheating to 400 degrees. It's piping hot already. I can feel it. And these chicken thighs have been in a marinade for the last 3 or 4 hours. I remember when they got started. But let me show you that real quick first. For this version, I'm going to do a garlic, herb, and lemon marinade. So I have 2 cloves of garlic that I minced pretty well, and they were kind of big cloves. And then I have a large lemon that I am going to juice completely. You could also add the zest if you feel like it, if you want even more lemon flavor. I'm not going to do that today. Yes, I got a lemon seed in there, but I get them out. Don't worry about it. Now, we are going to add 2 spoonfuls of Dijon mustard. This gives the marinade a lot of body, and it really holds on to the chicken. Then we've got some herbs. I have a teaspoon each of oregano, basil, parsley, and thyme. Then we're going to do some salt and pepper, and we're going to mix this really well before we add in our avocado oil. Now, when I'm grilling at a high temperature, I like using avocado oil. You can use a different option if you prefer. Another benefit to adding that Dijon mustard is that it helps emulsify the oil and the acid from the lemon, keeps them combined. Now, my chicken thighs, I'm going to poke with a fork to kind of tenderize them and give that marinade a chance to get a little bit deeper into the chicken thigh. Now, you can use this method with whatever kind of marinade you want. So if you have something store-bought that you want to use, go for it. But after your chicken thighs are ready, I'm going to get them in the marinade. I'm going to toss them around to coat them really evenly on all sides. Then we're going to pop the lid on and keep it in the refrigerator for like 2 to 4 hours. You could do up to 12 hours depending on how much salt is in your marinade, but I find that this is enough. As soon as you're ready to cook, fire up that Traeger and let it preheat with the lid closed for 15 minutes. I have mine set to 400 degrees, so these are going to cook pretty quickly. Now spread them out in an even layer so they all have lots of room and there's no crowding. Then you're going to cook them with the lid closed, and we'll come back and check on them soon. All right, they are on. I'm going to flip them in about 8 or 9 minutes. It should take 18 to 23 minutes total. So see how it goes. It's time to flip our chicken thighs, and I can tell you they already smell fantastic. They're holding on to their moisture and they smell bright and flavorful. So we're going to flip them and then continue cooking for the second half with the lid closed. Since I'm cooking these at a higher temperature, I decided not to use a probe, and I just used my my instant read meat thermometer to come out and check them for doneness. Now, for all of these recipes, the links are in the description below so you can make this at home. Well, I'm a happy camper. My chicken, okay, so the grilled version at 400 degrees took 24 minutes to get to the temperature that I was going for. It looks good and it smells good. I have this homemade rice pilaf and some grilled asparagus. So this is a super quick cooking dinner. If that's what you're going for, just crank that grill up super high. The chicken's good. Love it. This would be super fun to serve to family if you have them over for a nice dinner. You want to make something different. A marinated chicken thigh, it cooks fast, it's inexpensive, and it's pretty trustworthy. You know, a chicken breast, I think it's pretty easy to overcook. So you can always do this instead. So if this was helpful and you want more recipes for entertaining, for easy weeknights, make sure you subscribe so you can come back and we can do this again.